Tonight we will hear from Daniel, our first speaker, who has been reflecting on the most fascinating philosophical questions of all time, the difference between what is and what ought to be. In his speech titled Choosing Our Ought, Daniel will blend humor, philosophy, and motivation to show us how David Hume's 18th century insight still applies to our 21st century lives. Please help me welcome Daniel Ferreira.
Thank you. A while back, I had an epiphany. I opened my refrigerator door, and as the light came on, I saw a box of 12 donuts. Now, in those 12 donuts, I thought to myself, should I eat it? Should I not eat it? And that's the question. Ought. Is this donut going to fill me? Yes. Ought I eat it? Possibly not. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, today I want to challenge you guys to understand what is and what ought to be. David Hume is a philosopher almost 300 years ago that he came up with a brilliant question. But that brilliant question came on the backs of how people perceive facts and how they interpret it. As you see, facts, they describe the world, but people are using facts as prescriptions for behavior. For example, people sometimes lie. I'm sure you've heard at least one. Ought. Therefore, lying is okay. Now, if you think about it for a second, is lying okay or is lying not okay? Hume pointed out that there's a logical gap. Facts describes reality, but they don't tell us what we should do with this reality. Think about it. When we first built a nuclear bomb, facts got us the nuclear bomb. But ought is the philosophical question of should we use this power? Is it for good? Is it for bad? Business can tell us how to maximize profit, and it often does. But ought we make as much money as possible on the backs of people that are not getting a lot, exploiting people? Why does this matter to us? Every morning we are surrounded by facts. And if you sleep next to your phone, you're surrounded by extra facts. Because the economy is uncertain. Technology can be overwhelming. And my favorite, my calendar is jam-packed. But the truth is, we don't live in the world of choices. We live in a world of oughts. The economy is uncertain. Ought I prepare for the economy or ought I be scared? Technology is overwhelming. Ought I scroll all day on Instagram, TikTok, or YouTube? Or ought I have a real connection with people? And of course, my calendar is jam-packed. Ought I waste time with things that don't bring me joy? Or ought I find something that actually brings me joy? The facts don't decide. We decide. As humans, we have that choice. The 3 lessons from Hume that can really explain this a little bit better is that the facts don't determine our future. Choices do. Life will give you statements, but the future is built from the oughts we choose. Reflection turns knowledge into wisdom. Facts gives us information. Now, reflection gives us direction. If we stop at facts level, we stay stuck there forever. We can ask, What ought I do with this? We can grow or we cannot. Asking out makes us leaders and not followers. Anyone can point out what is, and oftentimes they do. But do they point out, ought we to do this? Is that going to inspire change? Is that not going to inspire change? That night, as I opened my refrigerator door, and I wish I could say, I chose wisely. But I didn't. I got those 12 donuts in a box, put them on my table, and I didn't even turn on the light in my kitchen. Is this donut good? Yes. Yes, it is. Ought I eat it? Maybe not. Maybe it's high in cholesterol. Maybe it's going to give me high cholesterol. Maybe it's going to make me gain weight. But every single day and every single chance we have, we can make a choice. Is a fact. You can't test is in a test tube, or ought in the test tube, rather. Ought is a philosophical statement of what is morally right and what is morally wrong. So fellow Toastmasters, next time life throws you facts or a box of 12 donuts, don't stress. It might be uncertain. It might taste good. But because we can't control the world as is, we can always choose the world how it ought to be. And that choice is the little word ought, is the wisdom begins, and dare I say greatness grows. Hello, Toastmasters.